Is it possible for sales and finance to come to love working with marketing? Hi, this is Arturo Munoz with another marketing insight. Finance, marketing, and sales are meant to work in a coordinated way. Their operations should align to optimize each other to produce more for the company. Like gears in a motor, they should click into place and produce results together, like clockwork. But marketing can be an operations sinkhole. Mysteriously wasteful. Inefficient. Meanwhile, sales is still required to produce added revenue to make up the difference. And finance screams. Because from finance's point of view, the entire cycle is a zero-sum game. No marketing operation should be a mystery. But if you want to be perceived as a cost center, then play at being an irresolvable mystery. A marketing operation that cannot crank into pace between finance and sales is an operation that is leaking expense fluid someplace. So you must make an effort at plugging all your expense leaks so that you can account for your cash flow. To do that, you must come to understand your marketing operation intimately. Most marketing operations can be broken into 4 work phases that account for how marketing spends its budget. These are cyclical phases that are dependent on one another. We start by creating information or content to use for demand creation. Then you execute campaigns whose response data must be managed to deliver leads for your sales force. At one stage, you pause to create your activities and results to gain proper insight into what worked and what did not. So that next, once again, you may start that cycle by creating new information for your target audience based on your gained insight. Now, of course, finance hands you a load of money and you distribute it across these work phases. Some goes into content generation, but do you know how much you're spending in new content creation versus repurposing existing content? Do you know which content type yields the best results? Or are you just running on habit? Or maybe worse yet, you're following the herd. For instance, are you pushing for the creation of social media content and spending tons of money on creative and untested copy simply because it's the cool thing to do? How do you know that you're spending the right amount of money here? And what about demand creation? How do you know that you're spending the right amount of cash on the most profitable target segments? Are you reducing costs because email communication is cheap? Or maybe you're wearing out your lists as more and more people opt out from their communications. How do you know that you're bringing in the right name mix, or that you're spending the right amounts per communication vehicle? Is spending more money for free offers worth the quality of responses that you're getting? Are you filling up your marketing database with useless names? Do you even have a marketing database? Maybe you have millions of them and all the names are scattered all over the place, duplicated in countless formats, and half of them keep hard bouncing every time you send them an invitation to participate in some event that you're hosting. Well, thank goodness that we're now dealing with results, right? But are these the types of results that sales really ask for? How much are you spending to generate that particular lead that will produce that first order ever placed at a given target account? How much have you spent on generating interest in doing repeat business for specific upselling and cross-selling opportunities that a regional sales rep can really close on? And what about lead quality? Are you spending more for volume while trading off lead quality? Can you say that you're spending at the right pace to identify buyers whose buying cycle is now matching your rep's sales cycle? You see, by this point in time in the process, marketing often feels like it's done its job. Here you go, sales. Here's a whole bunch of leads that we produce for you. Good luck. But the fact is that marketing overlooks only too often the one place that produces the return on marketing dollar investment. And that's the operations analysis and reporting phase. Think of this phase as the control panel to your entire operation. It is from this place that you get to control the leaks in your business process, because it is from here that you determine intelligently how much is flowing to each of the other areas of the operation and whether the spending is being optimized by way of standard procedures, even automation. Operations analysis and reporting is a discipline that helps you gauge your marketing success. But success is not about you. It's about sales and finance having a reason to love you. And they will love you if you can explain your business process. If you can widen the financial gap between your costs and their revenues. And it will require that you be able to measure and thus control the expense to reduce it. And yet, that's not enough. You must make a solid, tangible contribution to the bottom line. So how do you do this? Well, you start by mapping out your operations' entire workflow, phase by phase, process by process, procedure by procedure. Next, you set controls that allow you to track and gauge both your expenses and the associated results across each major work phase. This is how you are able to produce ratios for finance. The ratios that indicate your operations performance in terms of both financial efficiency and effectiveness. In this way, when the time comes to adjust the budget, you can do so intelligently. And as for sales, you will be in a position to produce measurable, profitable, high-impact demand for the quarter in which sales operates, which is the here and now. They don't get paid this quarter for a deal to be closed in 6 months, but you will be agile enough to respond to this immediate need without sacrificing your visionary long-term potential. This accountability and balance between tomorrow and the here and now will make your operation invaluable to finance and sales. But it begins with your understanding of your own marketing operation. To learn more about this, check more of my marketing insights. Thank you.